Let me know when you're live. Awesome. Does it show posted to Facebook? Awesome. So hi guys, we are here with a new Moto G Turbo. This is practically a brand new phone which has come in just today via Flipkart. Awesome delivery service, by the way. So anyways, I've done a few phone reviews in my time here at InstaLively, so I practically couldn't keep my hands off this beauty. It's basically a younger version of Moto X Play and slightly older than the original Moto G the third generation phone which has come out. So practically the major gripes that people had with Moto G3 was that it basically had a very sensitive processor, as in the sense it could not take up a lot of load, which is something that has been addressed in this phone in the turbo version which has come out. I have heard a lot of mixed reviews about the phone, so I will now probably open the phone and show it to you. So as you can see, the packing is very compact. They haven't put a lot of bells and whistles. The phone, my first thoughts are that the phone looks beautiful. It's a very beautiful looking back cover. It has a slightly rubbery feel to it. As far as I know, the phone is made of plastic, but yeah, it has a slightly rubbery feel to it. Feels good to hold, so you're definitely not gonna drop it. Now let me show you what it shows on the front. So it says IP67. That is pretty much okay. So it is water resistant. That is what it means. It has a 13 megapixel camera at the back, and it has a 5 megapixel camera at the front. It has a 2400 780 mAh of battery, which practically means that it can go for say 16 to 18 hours with the moderate usage. But I'm not sure if this phone is gonna last a full day on heavy power usage and video loopback. It also shows that it's a 16 GB phone with 2 GB RAM, and it has, from what I read, it has a capability of up to 32 GB expansion, which is pretty cool. The phone can slot 2 microsims and is an octa-core processor. So basically, the major issue that people had with the Moto G third generation was that the processor was really slow, and I'm pretty sure that there will be no such issues when it comes to this phone. So let me just switch on the phone. But before that, let me see what all accessories do you get with this one. So it looks like it has a very standard charger. Yeah, if I'm not wrong, yeah, that's a pretty much a micro USB charger, mini USB charger, and they do provide some sort of earphones. So from my experience of stock Moto earphones which I got from my X-Play, the earphones are not very great, plus they are not in the ear variety, which is basically what everyone is giving nowadays. So we practically might as well forget these earphones. Apart from this, we have the readme, the readme is in 2 different languages. That's pretty cool. We have the safety booklet, and we have the warranty card. So that's pretty much it. Let's switch on the phone and see how it's performing. So the screen is 720p, which is basically HD. Motorola did not go with the full HD, which I do not understand why. But my first response for the screen would be that it's very vibrant. As you can see, the whites and the blues are pretty cool. Yeah, so I do have some questions. Let me see. The joy of unboxing a new phone. Yeah, dude, the joy of unboxing a new phone. Love phones. Everyone does, Rasmus. Okay, hi everyone. I had no clue so many people were watching me. That makes me kind of nervous. Yeah, awesome. So, the joy of unboxing a new phone. I know, right? It's pretty cool. Okay, cool. So, as you can see, the phone is pretty. Let me just take out this. So this is basically a standard procedure for Motorola to battery life. How's the camera and battery life? So yeah, let me do a live battery life. So I cannot do anything about the battery life right now, but from what I have read, the battery life lasts up to 16 hours pretty much on standard usage. That does not involve a video loopback test. So I'll be doing a video loopback test. Please keep looking forward to whatever reviews I do on the blog. In case you haven't checked out our blog, you can just go ahead on the site and check out our blog. I keep doing phone reviews. I keep doing tech reviews in general. We have some pretty cool stuff on the blog. And let me just connect it to the Wi-Fi. And yeah, cool. So we're done. This can take up to 2 minutes. So as you can see, this is basically stock Android stuff where you are just setting up your phone. We still don't have a SIM in place, but we do have basically the Wi-Fi is connected. It says it can take up to 2 minutes. Yeah, so it's done. So now it's asking me for privacy settings. I'll just accept and continue. Nobody reads that anymore. So yeah, checking for updates. So straight up, it took me to checking for updates. So as from what I know right now, Marshmallow is not available on any kind of Motorola phone. I'll be just skipping these processes because I just want to go and check my the cameras. So yeah, probably just go to camera. Next, just bear with me for some time, maybe later. Yeah, the Moto G is pretty much ready for use. Yeah, so let's check out the camera now. Yeah, got it. I'm not using it for the first time. Yeah, so my first experience for the camera. So now, if you might have read my blog, I keep harping on it, but yeah, if you might have read my blog on Moto X Play, you might know that the camera is one of the best in the class, but it has a really shitty UI. But now, as you can see, the camera UI on this one is pretty straightforward. So it's gallery. If you swipe right, if you swipe left, it's settings. Yeah, so this is a Lollipop 5.1 version. Now one thing that I really hated about the Moto X Play camera, which is not available here right now, is that basically in Moto X, if you put your finger anywhere, you would basically get a manual focus. So let me just check if it's still available here. Yeah, so you have manual focus. Oh damn, goddamn, they have the same thing. Now this I practically not like at all. So many people have been telling me that this is a nice way to basically focus, but I practically like the old version where you can just tap to focus. As you can see, it's not a tap to focus thing. You have to move your finger around to focus on stuff. Then you can change the exposure settings, so you can make it as dark as you want, or you can make it basically as bright as you want, which generally does not make sense to me, because if you're not a very keen photographer, these are not the settings that you want. But the focus in general looks nice. It has a 13 megapixel camera. Let me just do the blur test once. Yeah, so the distance of focus seems pretty nice. Yeah, but I generally don't see any issues with the camera focus. The camera looks pretty nice. Let me just focus it around. Oh yeah, the camera, so it approximately has the range of say 3 inches. On 3 inches, it practically is basically focusing well, which is pretty decent for a phone camera. But I still think it is kind of on par with the phones in this category. For the price that it came, it looks like a pretty decent buy to me. I would still probably prefer Moto X Play, putting in 2-3,000 more and getting a Moto X Play, which is a huge improvement upon this. But yeah, Moto G Turbo seems to be a fine buy. I will be doing a little more test on a few more tests on these, and I'll be putting up a review on the blog. We also have a Google Nexus 6P in the house, so we'll probably be doing a little bit of review on that as well. But for now, I think this phone seems to be pretty good to go. One thing which I might not have touched on is basically that this phone is water resistant rather than waterproof. So you can't go swimming with this phone in your boxer trunks. It basically repels water in the same way as Moto X Play, that it does not start malfunctioning if you get caught up in rain or there is some water spillage. But yeah, you cannot take this you cannot use this phone while you're in shower basically. So yeah, that's I think pretty much it. This is the phone. It looks pretty nice to me. I think you don't need any kind of back case with this, and it feels pretty good in hand. So basically, if you've seen the new phones which have come out, they are kind of sort of too huge to hold, and they kind of feel very hard to hold in hand and tend to slip away, considering I have like a medium sized hand. Yeah, so this phone right now practically looks nice. Dust as well as waterproof. Yeah, it is dust as well as waterproof. Let me see a few more comments. Does this come with a new unbreakable scene? No, so the screen is a Corning Gorilla Glass. The phone that you're talking about, Advait, is basically a Moto G Droid. So this is not Droid, this is Moto G Turbo, that is Moto Droid Turbo. Does it have IPX6 or IP? So it has IP67. IP67 has water resistant capabilities, but not water repellent capabilities. And yes, it is 4G enabled. I mean, any phone right now coming in India is 4G enabled. The one thing that I did not find on this phone is the gyroscope. There is no gyroscope on the phone. IP67 certified, yes, pretty much. Dust and water resistant. So yeah, I think that pretty much sums up my experience with this phone. If you guys have any more questions, I'll be here live for say 3-4 more minutes. Just get in your questions and I'll be happy to answer them. And in just in case I am kind of tooting my own horn again, go to the InstaLively blog. That's instalively.com/blog. Check my technical reviews. I keep posting tech reviews all the time. We have so far done one on Moto X Play, one is on OnePlus. We have also done an iPhone review, and we plan to do a lot more reviews on these. All different kind of phones. We keep getting new technological gadgets, and we sort of thought that it would be a nice change to kind of do some sort of reviews. So yeah, any more questions? Accessories. So yeah, I think you did not join my stream at that point of time. There are pretty standard accessories. I'll show you. So this here is a charger. It kind of looks like a different charger, but yeah, it's pretty much the same. It's a mini USB charger. There is some. We have headphones which are given. These are proprietary Motorola headphones. I've used them with X-Play. They kind of suck. So I don't generally like these headphones. One thing that you do need to, you have tested Moto E in the last few days. This is just old, like Moto G second gen. So yeah, the new Moto E which came in, that's pretty much Moto G first version. I'm talking about, of course, Moto E second gen. That was pretty much Moto G first version in a nutshell. And I myself am not very impressed with the new Moto E which has come out. I do not recommend it to anyone. Memory, RAM, and processing power. So yeah, it has an octa-core processor, and the memory is 2 GB, which is pretty cool for this sort of this mid-range sort of phone. A lot of so if now you go, say, if you put in 2 or 3K more, you will sort of get say a 3 GB or a 4 GB variant as well. So there, interestingly, there is a 4 GB variant available for this phone, but you need to shell say 2K. $2,000 extra for that kind of processing power. It has an octa-core processor. It has, I'm not sure if I remember correctly, just give me a few seconds. Yeah, so it has a 1.5 gigahertz Cortex A53, and there's a it's basically octa-core. The GPU is Adreno 405. Any comments on the OnePlus 2? So we do have a OnePlus 2 blog which is available on a post which is available on our blog. Moto, by the way, Moto E streamed your InstaLively app just fine. So InstaLively is basically it has been optimized to work on all kind of phones. So you will probably have it working on any phone which is working on KitKat and above. And yeah, thank you for that positive thumbs up. John, worth the money. Yeah, I think Moto G Turbo is pretty much worth the money. I would still suggest that you guys go ahead and put in 3 or 4K more, and probably get something like a OnePlus One or a Moto X Play. My personal bet and my personal money went on a OnePlus. An X-Play phone, which is probably what we are streaming from. We are right now using a Moto X-Play. OnePlus 2 versus this, or definitely OnePlus 2. Like, that's not even a question. OnePlus 2 is a flagship killer phone, while this is just a bridge between Moto G and Moto X-Play. So I would definitely say that a OnePlus 2, but with a OnePlus 2, you need to shell out like 10K worth of extra cash, and I don't think that OnePlus 2 sort of gives you that kind of security with its service and its what can I say? Its service and its it kind of feels cheap. OnePlus 2 kind of feels cheap, and I have written a lot about it. You guys can probably go back and check it, but I certainly do not recommend OnePlus 2 to anyone. So I guess that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah? Anyone else? No? Hello? Okay, guys. So I guess that's a wrap. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow with the Nexus 6P. Oh, we do have one other question. But is double the price to get the Moto X really worth it? Bigger screen, years of anything. So yeah, there is a bigger screen. This one is a 5-inch screen. That is a 5.5-inch screen. That is True HD, which means it is 1080p. This one is a 720p. That's another major plus. Gyroscopes, sadly, both of them are missing. So I am talking here about Moto X Play and not Moto X Style or Moto X Pure. Moto X Play is basically 4K extra. So in Indian rupees, it is 4,000 more than this one. So it sadly also misses out on gyroscope, but I think that's not such a big deal. NFC is also missing on both the phones. So, but still, I would still suggest Moto X Play for that amazing 21 megapixel camera, which is exactly what I'm using right now. I mean, I was using it, and now I'm using the front cam. Okay guys, it's a wrap now. I won't be answering any more questions. I have to go back home. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow with a new Google Nexus 6B. Okay, awesome. Bye.